the biggest pain in the ass about traveling is that every day you have to take everything off the bike, on the bike, organize things, put all your clothes back on, thermal gear. So it's really, it's quite difficult and very time consuming. So I love that saying where it says every day is a struggle, because that's what it is and that's what it takes. But all part of the adventure, right? So welcome to what I think happens to be one of the most beautiful caves I've ever come across in this world. One, because it's absolutely perfect because the motorcycles fit in here. Second, because the view coming into it gets pretty good. And the further out I walk, you'll start to see of how amazing the colors are, and how there's moss and there's green and there's rock, and it's really an awesome cave. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. We drove out here maybe 15 minutes from the road, and it's really a hidden gem. And I think this is the best kept secret in all of Iceland. So anyway, drop me a line on Facebook, email, message me if you're ever coming to Iceland, and I will share with you the secret location of this amazing cave. Well, lucky for me that gas stations and fuel pumps are very common here in Iceland, so it's really quite hard to run out of gas here. If you're stranded here in Iceland, it can become a real issue. Anyway, the reason I'm saying hello is because I don't know if you can see, there's a beautiful ridge over here, but on the very edge of it, there's actually a golf course. You know, I've seen a lot of golf courses in my life as I drive by, and I gotta say, this is the most beautiful golf course I have ever seen in my life. I mean, you got the peak, you got the whole contrast, you got the ocean on the right, and you just have this really majestic setting. We're in the town of Vik tonight, and you know, I think we pretty much wrapped up filming for this great video. And if you want to check out the video, you can check out the description on my YouTube video, and I'll put a link there as soon as I can. It should be really awesome because we got some amazing footage. Here's the thing most people don't know, is that everything you're going to see filmed is going to be like through the drone and such. So I'm all filming it while I'm driving the motorcycle, which is really hard to do. Nobody else is going to do it for me, so I'm driving with one hand and I'm trying to fly with the other hand with two fingers at once, simultaneously. So when you see the drone videos, if you see it choppy, if you see it a little different, it's because trying to fly with one hand is something weird. I don't think I've seen anybody else on the internet drive a motorcycle while fly a drone at the same time. I might be the first one who's done it successfully without getting themselves killed. So I don't know if you can hear it, but there's actually Spanish folkloric music from that apartment over there. Funny to hear playing in the middle of Iceland. I guess people gotta have fun here somehow, right? So what do you do after a very long day of traveling Iceland for the last 12 hours? From basically 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is you make yourself dinner. And today we have pasta with kidney beans and some tuna. It's a very cheap food, but this is what I like to eat because it's camping food, and the more money I save on food, the more money I got on to be able to spend on fuel and travel, which is what I usually do. Welcome to day 8 of Iceland, and I'm not feeling too good. I apparently got something. And that's what happens when you travel, is when you have a lot of people around you, like in these tourist spots, like in today or yesterday, is you have a lot of nasty germs from all around the world that basically get coughed in your face. However, when you're on the road alone and you don't see anybody, I never ever get sick. But the moment I see a crowd of people, that's it, I'm done. So not feeling great, but you have to keep going. And despite the sore throat and the aches and the fever and the whole deal, you just gotta keep on rolling, because that's life, and that's the adventure on a motorcycle. I don't have the luxury of hanging out for a few days here. I got a plane to catch in Reykjavik, which is the capital, tomorrow. The worst part about it is when I'm taking pictures or I'm shooting the video, my hands freeze within 10 seconds. So the entire time I'm shooting pictures and filming, it's miserable. Heated gloves, which are very nice, but still, my face gets windburned, my hands get tired, they get windburned as well. So there's a lot of struggles when you drive motorcycles around the world, and it's physical pain is one of them. The second is mental anguish, because it's very difficult to be driving a straight road sometimes for 3 days straight, like I did in Peru. And you just got to think about interesting stuff, and hope you don't go crazy. Driving, I actually get to visualize what I'm filming. So I have this great film in mind that I'm working on with JD. I'm visualizing as I'm driving, listening to music, which is kind of like a cool thing to do, and that's what I enjoy to do. I'm gonna hit some waterfalls right now, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, that's right, you guessed it. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drone it, because I've droned everything here in Iceland, and it is so amazing and so gorgeous. So that's a pretty big waterfall. If you're in Iceland, check it out. It's pretty powerful. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say except that's a lot of water. Here we are, day 8 of Iceland, and the trip is officially over. Made it to Reykjavik, did the whole ring loop in a matter of 8 days. Basically saw everything you need to see in Iceland in 8 days. We spent 2 or 3 weeks here. I believe is a little excessive. You can see so much in such a short time, and it's a very small island. Every time I pack, it does not fail. It takes me probably 2 to 4 hours in packing. If you don't pack things correctly, they can get damaged and messed up pretty bad. And drone is my only camera gear for Iceland. You don't want to get it messed up. Anyway, so it's been a great trip, great country. I highly encourage everybody to come by and visit. Tickets are very cheap over here, flight-wise. Food is very expensive, but it's some of the most delicious food you ever have, because there's no preservatives, certain things they can't put in the food due to laws and regulations. Still feeling quite under the weather, but this is my little hostel room. As you can see, it has a very nice view of the front. I got Iceland today and tomorrow, and then I'm headed off to India for 3 days, then I'm headed off to Austin for 2 days, then I'm headed off to the Bahamas for 7 days, then I'm headed off to Mexico after that for another 8 days. So hopefully you guys will be able to follow me on this ridiculous adventure I call my life, because I think it's a lot of fun to share it with everybody. And that's what everybody always asks me on the comments is, you know, how do you pack, how do you do stuff? And this is a very small insight. Later on, I'll be doing reviews on how to pack, on what kind of selfie poles I use, on what kind of equipment I like to use, and which drone I recommend, how to take the shots that I like to take, and how to edit. Basically, all my behind the scenes that I do, I want to be able to show people that you can travel and do what I do. Quite simple to do, but you just need the right tools. I want to share with you guys my tips and secrets on how to travel the world and make it your job and make it your passion. So anyway, stick around and we'll see you in India.